Please subscribe and give thumbs up. NJPW the night before Rumble on 44th Street results. First match, the Forever Hooligans vs Kevin Knight and the DKC. Alex Koslov and Kevin Knight will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Wrist lock exchange. Koslov with a fireman's carry takeover. Koslov struts around the ring. Standing switch exchange. Knight applies a side headlock. Koslov whips Knight across the ring. Knight drops Koslov with a shoulder tackle. Koslov drops down on the canvas. Koslov leapfrogs over Knight. Knight lunges over Koslov. Koslov wants Knight to shake his hand. Knight obliges. Koslov reverses out of the Irish whip from Knight. Knight sidesteps Koslov into a turnbuckle pad. Knight with a springboard crossbody block. Knight mocks Koslov. Romero and DKC are tagged in. Collar and elbow tie up. Romero applies a hammerlock. Following a snapmare takeover, Romero toys around with DKC. DKC drop steps into a side headlock. DKC with a double leg takedown. DKC grabs a side headlock. Romero transitions into a hammerlock. DKC with a flying mare takeover. DKC with 3 shoulder tackles. Romero hugs Koslov. Romero signals for the test of strength. Romero kicks DKC in the gut. Romero with a knife-edge chop. Romero whips DKC across the ring. Romero goes for a hip toss, but DKC lands back on his feet. DKC with a deep-armed drag. DKC with a running hurricane runner. DKC sends Romero to the corner. DKC tags in Knight. Double vertical suplex. Knight knocks Koslov off the ring apron. Knight with the standing frog splash or a 2 count. Knight uppercuts Romero. Knight with a forearm smash. Knight whips Romero across the ring. Romero strikes a Spider-Man pose in the ropes. Knight dropkicks Romero to the floor. Koslov trips Knight from the outside. Koslov applies the surfboard stretch in the ropes. Romero whips DKC into the steel ring post. Romero is putting the boots to Knight. Following a snapmare takeover, Romero with a basement dropkick for a 2 count. Romero tags in Koslov. Koslov with clubbing blows to Knight's back. Koslov drills Knight with the brain buster for a 2 count. Koslov applies a rear chin lock. Knight with heavy body shots. Koslov sends Knight to the corner. Koslov chops Knight. Koslov tags in Romero. Koslov applies the cravat. Romero kicks Knight in the gut. Following a snapmare takeover, Romero with a double foot stomp for a 2 count. Chop exchange. Romero with a toe kick. Romero body slams Knight. Romero tags in Koslov. Koslov with a springboard splash for a 2 count. Koslov knocks DKC off the ring apron. Koslov tags in Romero. Camel clutch. Romero starts running the ropes. Koslov inadvertently clocks Romero with the inverted atomic drop. Koslov tells Romero to focus. Romero answers with an inverted atomic drop of his own. Knight with a double drop kick. Knight tags in DKC. DKC unloads a flurry of chops. DKC super kicks Koslov. DKC delivers the DK fire. DKC hits the leaping karate chop for a 2 count. Romero reverses out of the Irish whip from DKC. Knight clotheslines Romero into a sunset flip for a 2 count. DKC tags in Knight. Doomsday leg lariat for a 2 count. Forearm exchange. DKC blocks a boot from Koslov. Koslov with a spinning enzui-giri. Knight dropkicks Koslov. Knight with forearm shivers. Romero decks Knight with a back elbow smash. Knight denies the tornado DDT. Knight slaps Romero in the chest. Romero with forearm shivers. Knight with the superplex for a 2 count. Knight applies the Boston Crab. Koslov with 2 knife-edge chops. Koslov kicks Knight in the chest. Koslov with a basement DDT. Koslov knocks DKC off the apron. Romero tags in Koslov. Koslov puts on his signature hat. Koslov repeatedly kicks Knight in the face. Koslov with a running double foot stomp for a 2 count. Koslov tags in Romero. Double Irish whip. Romero with a corner clothesline. Assisted Meteora. Romero with a flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Romero tags in Koslov. Knight denies the contract killer. Knight with 3 knife-edge chops. Short arm reversal by Koslov. Knight fights out of the fireman's carry position. The Hooligans connects with the contract killer for a 2 count. DKC dumps Romero out of the ring. DKC with the slingshot pescado. Knight plants Koslov with the small package to pick up the victory. Winner, Kevin Knight and the DKC via pinfall. Second match, Fred Rosser vs Crowbar. Collar and elbow tie up. Rosser backs Crowbar into the blue turnbuckle pad. Forearm exchange. Crowbar chops Rosser. Crowbar with a knife-edge chop. Rosser clotheslines Crowbar over the top rope. Crowbar regroups on the outside. Crowbar applies a waist lock. Rosser with a hip toss. Rosser applies an arm bar. Second forearm exchange. Rosser headbutts Crowbar. Rosser drives his knee into the midsection of Crowbar. Rosser with a knife-edge chop. Rosser dishes out another forearm. Short arm reversal by Crowbar. Crowbar with the sky high. Crowbar applies the surfboard stretch. Crowbar fish hooks Rosser. Crowbar with clubbing crossfaces. Crowbar with a back chip. Crowbar kicks Rosser in the chest. Crowbar uses the bottom rope as a weapon. Crowbar with a running leg drop on the ring apron. Third forearm exchange. Rosser muscles Crowbar over the top rope. Headbutt exchange. Crowbar with a chop, forearm combination. Rosser ducks a clothesline from Crowbar. Rosser with a belly to back suplex on the apron. Rosser with a flying seated senton off the apron. Crowbar drives his shoulder into the steel ring post. Crowbar grabs a steel chair. Tug of war. Rosser with a double leg takedown. Crowbar clocks Rosser with the chair. The referee admonishes Crowbar. Crowbar applies a front face lock. Crowbar drives his knee into the midsection of Rosser. Crowbar and Rosser are trading back and forth shots. Second headbutt exchange. Rosser is displaying his fight spirit. Crowbar applies the sleeper hold. Crowbar has Rosser sitting on the chair. Crowbar knocks Rosser off the chair with a flying lariat. The referee is losing control of this match. Rosser decks Crowbar with a back elbow smash. Rosser with a straight right hand. Crowbar with clubbing shoulder blocks. Crowbar puts Rosser on the top turnbuckle. Crowbar unloads a flurry of strikes. Crowbar with a top rope Frankensteiner for a 2 count. Rosser kicks out of multiple pinning predicaments. Knuckle lock. Crowbar with a flurry of toe kicks. Crowbar with 3 headbutts. Crowbar applies a straitjacket hold. Rosser backs Crowbar into the red turnbuckle pad. Rosser sends Crowbar across the ring. Crowbar clings onto the middle rope. Crowbar with a back elbow smash. Rosser with a bridging Northern Lights suplex for a 2 count. Palm strike exchange. Third headbutt exchange. Rosser ducks a clothesline from Crowbar. Crowbar rolls Rosser over for a 2 count. Crowbar with combo haymakers. Crowbar with 2 back chops. Crowbar follows that with a low drop kick. Rosser nails Crowbar with the pump kick. Rosser hits the running Death Valley driver. Rosser with a chop, corner clothesline combination. Rosser stomps on the right knee of Crowbar. Rosser with clubbing hip smashes. Crowbar avoids the chicken wing STF. Crowbar uppercuts Rosser. Rosser with the rolling elbow. Rosser goes for a running power slam, but Crowbar lands back on his feet. Crowbar drops Rosser with the reverse DDT for a 2 count. Second palm strike exchange. Crowbar uppercuts Rosser. Short arm reversal by Rosser. Rosser with the gut check. Rosser plants crowbar with the emerald flotion to pick up the victory. After the match, Rosser shakes hands with crowbar. Jonathan Gresham comes down to the ring and accepts Fred Rosser's open challenge for tomorrow night. Winner, Fred Rosser via pinfall. Third match, Aussie Open vs the Maximos. Aussie Open attacks the Maximos before the bell rings. Double Irish whip. Double elbow knockdown. Fletcher with the Park Davis with a senton splash. Fletcher goes into the cover for a 2 count. Fletcher tags in Davis. Joel shoves Davis into Fletcher. Double Irish whip. Double toe kick. Double bulldog. Maximos sends Fletcher to the corner. Jose with a running elbow smash. Running boot, ends Uegiri combination. Stereo knee lifts from Aussie Open. Maximos gets sandwiched on the outside. Aussie Open lays out the spot monkeys. Aussie Open poses for the crowd. Davis sends Joel face first into the steel ring post. Jose with heavy body shots. Davis body slams Jose for a 2 count. Davis taunts Joel. Fletcher attacks Jose behind the referee's back. Jose kicks Davis in the face. Jose decks Fletcher with a back elbow smash. Jose duck a clothesline from Davis. Jose tags in Joel. Joel with a step up ends Uegiri. Joel reverses out of the Irish whip from Fletcher. Joel with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Joel chops Davis. Davis reverses out of the Irish whip from Joel. Joel headbutts the midsection of Davis for a 2 count. Joel goes for the Swanton bomb, but Davis gets his knees up in the air. Assisted mid-kick. Assisted flying cutter for a 2 count. Davis tags in Fletcher. Fletcher knocks Jose off the ring apron. Assisted sit-out power bomb for a 2 count. Davis dumps Jose out of the ring. Aussie Open gangs up on Joel. Jose denies the corliss. Double ends Uegiri to Davis. Fletcher super kicks Jose. Joel denies the Canadian Destroyer. Jose lands the suicide dive. Jose rolls Fletcher back into the ring. Joel tags in Jose. Doomsday DDT for a 2 count. Jose tags in Joel. Maximos hits the double avalanche Spanish fly for a 2 count. Davis sends Jose crashing to the outside. Fletcher rolls Jose over for a 2 count. Fletcher avoids the roundhouse kick. Aussie Open connects with the corliss to pick up the victory. Winner, Aussie Open via pinfall. Fourth match, Mascara Dorada vs Mike Bailey vs Smiley vs Mighty Monty in a fatal 4-way match. Feeling out process after the bell rings. Arm drag exchange. Dorada removes Smiley's mask. However, Smiley had another mask on under the one Dorada ripped off. Hurricane Rana exchange. Quadruple dropkick. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Smiley kicks Dorada in the ribs. Smiley thrust kicks the midsection of Bailey. Smiley with a leg sweep, STO combination. Dorada thrust kicks the midsection of Smiley. Smiley reverses out of the Irish whip from Dorada. Dorada with a springboard crossbody block. Dorada with another side thrust kick. Smiley pulls Dorada off the ring apron. Smiley chops Dorada. Monty kicks Smiley in the face. Smiley catches Monty in midair. Smiley drills Monty with the brain buster for a 2 count. Monty kicks out of multiple pinning predicaments. Smiley with a rolling senton. Smiley with a modified splash for a 2 count. Smiley grapevines the legs of Monty. Smiley applies the sitting abdominal stretch. Smiley knocks Bailey and Dorada off the apron. Monty with 3 knife-edge chops. Smiley kicks Monty in the gut. Smiley goes for a vertical suplex, but Monty counters with the stun dog millionaire. Bailey with rapid-fire shoulder kicks. Bailey with a step-up ends Uegiri. Bailey blocks a flurry of kicks from Monty. Bailey with a spinning back kick. Bailey with an axe kick. Bailey blasts Monty with the mid-kick. Bailey with a twisting shooting star press for a 2 count. Dorada chops Bailey. Bailey reverses out of the Irish whip from Dorada. Handspring display. Dorada ducks under a chop from Bailey. Dorada with a head scissors takeover. Monty with a springboard dropkick. Bailey kicks Monty off the apron. Bailey with the triangle moonsault. Smiley with a cannonball senton off the stage. Smiley rolls Bailey back into the ring. Smiley with a half Nelson driver for a 2 count. Bailey denies the sunset flip. Bailey backflips Monty onto Smiley. Bailey with a moonsault double knee drop. Bailey with the windmill kick. Monty responds with a running enzui-giri. Monty with a spinning heel kick. Monty with a corkscrew pescado. Monty connects with the swanton bomb for a 2 count. Dorada chops Smiley. Dorada whips Smiley across the ring. Smiley with a handspring enzui-giri. Smiley with a running clothesline to Monty. Smiley power bombs Monty. Smiley drops Monty with the rebound DDT for a 2 count. Smiley shoves Bailey. Bailey kicks Smiley in the face. Dorada with the springboard reverse sling blade. Dorada kicks Smiley in the face. Dorada with another reverse sling blade on top of Bailey. Standing switch exchange. Monty with a flying hurricane runner. Monty with the suicide dive. Smiley has Monty perched on the top turnbuckle. Smiley puts Monty on his shoulders. Bailey plants Monty with the Ultima weapon to pick up the victory. Winner, Mike Bailey via pinfall. 5th match, Minoru Suzuki vs Tracy Williams. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Wrist lock exchange. Williams applies a side headlock. Williams blocks the chicken wing. Suzuki goes into the lateral press for a 1 count. Suzuki with clubbing hamstring kicks. Suzuki kicks the left shoulder of Williams. Suzuki with Muay Thai knee strikes. Williams with a side Russian leg sweep. Williams applies the grounding octopus stretch. Suzuki bends the left ankle of Williams. Williams with forearm shivers. Suzuki applies the rope-assisted arm bar. Suzuki pulls Williams out of the ring. Suzuki drives his knee into the midsection of Williams. Suzuki sends Williams shoulder first into the steel ring post. Suzuki kicks Williams in the chest. Chop exchange. Suzuki drives his knee into the midsection of Williams. Suzuki applies a hammerlock. Suzuki works on his joint manipulation game. Suzuki applies a double wrist lock. Williams puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Suzuki talks smack to Williams. Suzuki with clubbing mid-kicks. Williams denies the park. Williams slaps Suzuki in the chest. Williams with a leg capture suplex. Williams with a corner clothesline. Williams follows that with a leaping back elbow smash. Suzuki ducks a clothesline from Williams. Suzuki applies the Fujiwara arm bar. Williams transitions into a single leg crab. Suzuki grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Williams with a forearm smash. Suzuki reverses out of the Irish whip from Williams. Suzuki with the hell of a kick. Following a snapmare takeover, Suzuki with the park for a 2 count. Second chop exchange. Forearm exchange. Williams decks Suzuki with a back elbow smash. Suzuki with a gut punch. Suzuki applies a double wrist lock. Williams with heavy body shots. Williams with a DDT on the turnbuckle pad for a 2 count. Williams applies the STF. Suzuki refuses to quit. Suzuki denies the pile driver. Suzuki with a back body drop. Williams drives his knee into the midsection of Suzuki. Suzuki ducks a clothesline from Williams. Suzuki applies the sleeper hold. Suzuki rocks Williams with a forearm smash. Suzuki connects with the Gotch-style pile driver to pick up the victory. Winner, Minoru Suzuki via pinfall. 6th match, Shingo Takagi vs Jake Something. Collar and elbow tie up. Something backs Takagi into the ropes. Takagi shoves Something. Strong lock up. Takagi applies a side headlock. Something whips Takagi across the ring. Takagi runs into Something. Shoulder block exchange. Forearm exchange. Something sends Takagi to the corner. Takagi sidesteps something into a turnbuckle pad. Takagi with a hip toss. Takagi drops something with a shoulder tackle. Takagi with the running elbow drop for a 1 count. Takagi applies a front face lock. Something puts his foot on the bottom rope which forces the break. Takagi repeatedly drives his knee into the midsection of something. Takagi with a vertical suplex for a 2 count. Takagi toys around with something. Second forearm exchange. Something body slams Takagi. Something pie faces Takagi. Something with 3 clotheslines. Something plays to the crowd. Something with heavy body shots in the corner. Something with a forearm smash. Something sends Takagi to the corner. Something with a concrete sledge. The action spills to the outside. Takagi with a chop, forearm combination. Something sends Takagi face first into the steel ring post. Something slams Takagi's head on the ring apron. Something rolls Takagi back into the ring. Something rocks Takagi with a forearm smash for a 2 count. Something applies the sleeper hold. Takagi with elbows into the midsection of something. Something drops Takagi with the leaping body block for a 2 count. Something with forearm shivers. Something kicks Takagi in the gut. Takagi is trying to wake himself up. Something with a toe kick. Takagi decks something with a back elbow smash. Takagi scores a right jab. Takagi with the Rukon lariat. Takagi with a running shoulder tackle. Takagi body slams something. Takagi with a senton splash. Takagi blocks a boot from something. Takagi with a corner clothesline. Takagi with a twisting vertical suplex for a 2 count. Takagi with hammer elbows. Something blocks the sliding lariat. Takagi with 3 sharp elbow strikes. Something sends Takagi face first into the canvas. Something choke slams Takagi. Something hits the falcon arrow for a 2 count. Takagi ducks a clothesline from something. Takagi applies a waist lock. Something with 3 sharp elbow strikes. Something fights out of the fireman's carry position. Jab exchange. Takagi with a short pumping bomber. Takagi with the Death Valley driver. Takagi with a corner clothesline. Takagi connects with Made in Japan for a 2 count. Something hammers down on the back of Takagi's neck. Takagi with a back elbow smash. Takagi scores another right jab. Something with the Death Valley driver. Something applies a wrist lock. Short arm lariat exchange. Something drops Takagi with the falling lariat for a 2 count. Something with clubbing blows to Takagi's back. Something goes for the sit-out power bomb, but Takagi counters with a back body drop. Takagi delivers the pumping bomber. Third forearm exchange. Takagi with a right jab. Takagi headbutts something. Takagi with the sliding lariat for a 1 count. Takagi plants something with the pumping bomber to pick up the victory. Winner, Shingo Takagi via pinfall. 7th match, Kazuchika Okada, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Homicide, Amazing Red and YW. Shota Umino vs Jay White, El Phantasmo, Juice Robinson, Filthy Tom Lawler and the West Coast Wrecking Crew in an elimination match. Kazuchika Okada and Jay White will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Okada backs White into the ropes. The referee calls for a clean break. Okada pats White on the chest. White shoves Okada. Okada kicks White in the gut. Okada applies a side headlock. White whips Okada across the ring. Okada drops White with a shoulder tackle. White once again shoves Okada. Collar and elbow tie up. White drives his knee into the midsection of Okada. White punches Okada in the back. White with a forearm smash. White repeatedly stomps on Okada's chest. White with a knife-edge chop. Okada with forearm shivers. Okada ducks a clothesline from White. White avoids the Rainmaker. Okada denies the Blade Runner. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Homicide and Lawler are tagged in. Lawler tags out to Isaacs. Isaacs tells Homicide that power of Christ compels him. Homicide snatches the cross away from Isaacs. Nelson throws holy water at Kingston and Homicide. Nelson talks smack to Homicide. Homicide starts drinking the holy water. Homicide spits the water into Nelson's eyes. Lawler begs for mercy. Team Filthy gangs up on Homicide. All hell starts breaking loose in New York. Moxley starts brawling with Robinson. The referee is losing control of the match. Red and Phantasmo are tagged in. Collar and elbow tie up. Phantasmo applies a side headlock. Red whips Phantasmo across the ring. Phantasmo drops Red with a shoulder tackle. Phantasmo flexes his muscles. Red drops down on the canvas. Phantasmo slides under Red's legs. Red goes for a head scissors takeover, but Phantasmo lands back on his feet. Leg sweep exchange. Phantasmo rolls Red over for a 2 count. Phantasmo avoids the windmill. Red dodges the pump kick. Double drop kick. Double kip up. Phantasmo wants Red to shake his hand. Phantasmo kicks Red in the gut. Phantasmo with a forearm smash. Phantasmo sends Red to the corner. Red dives over Phantasmo. Red ducks a clothesline from Phantasmo. Red with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors takeover. Red drop kicks Phantasmo. Red applies a wrist lock. Team Okada works on the left wrist of Phantasmo. Homicide starts biting the left shoulder of Phantasmo. Homicide tags in Okada. Okada applies a wrist lock. Okada hammers down on the left shoulder of Phantasmo. Phantasmo rakes the eyes of Yo. Isaacs with forearm shivers. Lawler starts choking Yo behind the referee's back. Body slam party. Nelson starts praying in the center of the ring. Nelson body slams Yo for a 1 count. Yo with forearm shivers. Yo kicks Nelson in the gut. Yo with a flurry of body slams of his own. Yo kicks Nelson in the gut. Nelson reverses out of the Irish whip from Yo. Yo with a flying forearm smash. Yo with a leaping back elbow smash. Yo drops Nelson with a neck breaker for a 2 count. Team Filthy are putting the boots to Yo. Double Irish whip. Yo sidesteps Lawler into Isaacs. Isaacs inadvertently falls into the nether regions of Lawler. Yo kicks the left hamstring of Nelson. Nelson whips Yo across the ring. Powerbomb, German suplex combination. WCWC launches Yo over the top rope. Yo has been eliminated. Red with rapid fire haymakers. Red with a spinning Enzugiri to Isaacs. Nelson goes for a power bomb, but Red counters with a hurricane runner. Red thrust kicks the midsection of Nelson. Red hits the code red. Jor-El Nelson has been eliminated. Isaacs rolls Red over to score the next pinfall. Amazing Red has been eliminated. Homicide drops Isaacs with the cutter. Homicide with a running lariat. Royce Isaacs has been eliminated. Forearm exchange. Homicide rakes the eyes of Lawler. Lawler denies the cop killer. Homicide with a back elbow smash. Lawler ducks a clothesline from Homicide. Homicide skins the cat. Lawler starts biting Homicide's fingers. WCWC pulls Homicide out of the ring. Homicide has been eliminated. White delivers a chop block to Kingston. Lawler works on the left knee of Kingston. Lawler tags in White. White repeatedly stomps on Kingston's chest and hamstrings. White applies the Greco-Roman throat hold. White slams Kingston's head on the blue turnbuckle pad. White tags in Robinson. Robinson with a belly-to-back suplex. Robinson with a senton splash for a 2 count. Phantasmo tags himself in. Machine gun chops. Phantasmo rakes the eyes of Kingston. White attacks Kingston behind the referee's back. Phantasmo puts his knee on the back of Kingston's neck. Phantasmo tags in White. Chop exchange. White stops Kingston in his tracks. Phantasmo tags himself in. Back rake party. Kingston ducks a clothesline from Phantasmo. Kingston tags in Moxley. Moxley clotheslines Phantasmo. Moxley with the X-Plex. Moxley launches Phantasmo over the top rope. El Phantasmo has been eliminated. Lawler applies the sleeper hold. Moxley with hammer elbows. Moxley goes for the park, but Lawler counters with the ankle lock. Moxley repeatedly stomps on Lawler's face. Kingston with the exploder suplex to Robinson. White blocks the spinning back fist. White drops Kingston with the DDT. Okada with a shotgun drop kick. Lawler with a roundhouse kick. Moxley responds with the pile driver for a 2 count. Second forearm exchange. Lawler with the Uranage slam. Lawler with the Kamigo. Lawler puts on his Halloween mask. Moxley connects with the Death Rider. Tom Lawler has been eliminated. Robinson attacks Moxley from behind. Robinson is raining down haymakers. White wraps the turnbuckle strap around Moxley's neck. White repeatedly stomps on Moxley's chest. Robinson with a running cannonball strike. Moxley with a double DDT. Moxley tags in Okada. Okada scores with 2 forearm knockdowns. White grabs Okada from behind. Robinson inadvertently clocks White with the bionic elbow. Okada with the reverse neck breaker. Okada lands the flying elbow drop. Rainmaker pose. White attacks Okada from behind. White chops Okada. Okada reverses out of the Irish whip from White. Okada goes for a drop kick, but White holds onto the ropes. Okada denies the Blade Runner. Okada with the big boot. Robinson goes for pulp friction, but Okada blocks it. Robinson avoids the Rainmaker. Okada dropkicks Robinson. Okada hits the landslide. Okada connects with the Rainmaker. White launches Okada over the top rope. Kazuchika Okada has been eliminated. Moxley wisely hooks the outside leg of Robinson to score the next pinfall. Juice Robinson has been eliminated. Moxley tells White to bring it. Third forearm exchange. White ducks a clothesline from Moxley. Moxley denies the Blade Runner. Moxley with a lariat. White denies the Death Rider. White with 2 sleeper suplexes. Kingston with a spinning back fist. Moxley with another Death Rider. Moxley and Kingston launches White over the top rope to pick up the victory. Winner, Kazuchika Okada, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Homicide, Amazing Red and Yovaya over the top rope elimination. Please subscribe and give thumbs up.